Okay. I mean, as soon as we get something like a car 98 right now, it's gonna... Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing today? Welcome to Zombies Archives, and welcome back to challenge mode. Now, this time we are going to do, instead of a one-box challenge, we're gonna be doing a box roulette challenge. And pretty much what a box roulette challenge is, every time that we change a round, we have to use the mystery box, and we have to use whatever we get out of the mystery box, pretty much. No exceptions, pretty much, outside of the rounds that we are not able to get to the mystery box yet. Before we actually get to the mystery box, we have to use the Colt the Colt M1911. And I'm going to try and use this pistol as efficient as possible, because I want to be able to get to the box as fast as I possibly can to actually start the challenge as soon as possible. Now, in order to do that, I want the zombies to come into the room for there to be at least a chance to actually get a double point. I'm also doing the most efficient way of getting points out of the zombies at the start of each zombies game, which is pretty much shooting 8 bullets in the leg of a zombie and then knife them for 130 points. And look at that. It looks like we're gonna be at least a bit lucky at the start. We don't have all the points we need for going to the box and pulling a box right from the start, but I think with the amount of points we do have, I think we are going to be able to at least get there mid-round 2. So let's try and get as many points as possible right now. Hopefully the zombies will come in soon enough to still vitalize this double points. Probably not. Well, anyway, we are at the mystery box right now, and we will do our first pull for this round. What is the gun for this round going to be? A bar. I mean, that's not the worst. I mean, it's only like round 3, and it's not the worst. I always give this a lot of shit. But I mean, we will pretty much survive this round with this gun easy. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time with this one. At least this time around, because it's only like round 3 and we have the bar right now. It still feels like it's gonna be very nice to use. So now we have to survive with the gun for the remainder of this round. And to make the challenge as interesting as possible, I have decided to give some extra rules to the challenge. For example, if we run out of ammo and it does so happen to be a wall buy, we are allowed to rebuy ammo for it for the remainder of the round. We are not allowed to turn down any max ammo, so that pretty much means we cannot really have an excuse for running out of ammo if we have seen a max ammo or some sort. And on top of that, if we somehow do still run out of ammo and we have not run into any max ammos and it's also not a wall buy, ooh, nice double barrel shotgun, in that specific scenario, and also we do happen to run out of Colt ammo and grenades, the only thing I'm allowed to rebuy are the grenades, and we have to survive with the remainder of the round being the grenades. Of course, you could argue that we can also use our knife, but that's gonna be pretty much impossible, so I'm not giving me that kind of impossibility to finish the round with that. But I think trying to finish it with the grenades is fair enough. Like, it's also not very easy to finish a round with just the grenades, so I think we have a fair, balanced challenge that way. Yeah, outside of those rules, we are just allowed to utilize the map and the power-ups and everything else just the way we want to. Of course, we are not allowed to buy any wall buys straight out, of course, because that would just break the challenge itself. There's also no real point in doing that, because if you buy a wall buy, you're not really even allowed to use that gun anyway, so there's no real reason to do it. But yeah, pretty much that. And right now we are having a double barrel shotgun. I am still also allowed to pick up nukes, even though that is probably very cheesy. It is going to be a big lifesaver when we are gonna be at higher rounds and we have something like, well, not like the Thompson is good, but if we have something like, if we are gonna get like a Springfield on like round 10 to 15, if that's even going to happen, then we want to be able to pick up nukes, because it's gonna be impossible to complete otherwise. So yeah, in sense of how this challenge is shaped, it's pretty much like that multiplayer game mode called Sharpshooter. Those people who are from the multiplayer side of Call of Duty probably know what I'm talking about. In Sharpshooter, in multiplayer, you get a timer of 45 seconds. You try to kill as many people as possible within that time limit to get points, and every 45 seconds you change the weapons that you get, and you get pretty much infinite ammo in between that. So it's kind of the same this way, only we get our weapons through the mystery box, and we have to trigger getting those guns individually instead of getting it automatically, systematically. And yay, we have our favorite gun. We have our favorite gun of the show, ladies and gentlemen, the M1 Garand with a launcher. I'm just gonna self-spot with this right now. I'm gonna have to, with how many times I'm getting this stupid gun from the box now. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be the first encounter that we are going to get with this gun in this challenge. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to deal with it, and hope that I actually can. My practice run I managed to get to like round 8, so I hope to at least beat that, and I think we're easily gonna be able to, because I really doubt out of stupidity. I didn't even die because the gun was ineffective. I just died because I made some stupid moves. I think we can at least get to like round 10 to 15. I don't think it's a very wise idea to actually do the last stand right now, because as you guys might notice, I actually am utilizing the map in a different way than I normally do. That's because I needed to open the help door to get to the mystery box quicker for the sake of the challenge. So we're not really going to be able to utilize this room as a training area as good as I would in a normal challenge run. So we're gonna have to come up with a different strategy for that. I mean, that's the challenge, and I really like a challenge, especially on Nacht der Untoten, which is not really challenging by itself, so it needs the challenge. Alright, I'll take the STG. STG is decent. It's kind of like a Thompson, just a bit less powerful. I also think it's a bit more powerful than the bar. Like, it's kind of grayish in how similar they are, in my opinion. The only real thing that I think the STG has over the bar is it does have a very much higher fire rate. It also has a much more reserve ammo and great nuke, so that means we are probably not going to use this STG too much. But really, in terms of firepower, I think the bar and the STG are almost the same. It's just because the STG has higher fire rate and a lot more reserve ammo than the bar that it feels a bit more reliable than the bar, and also the bar is just effing overpriced. I can't really say that about the STG right now because the STG is only obtainable from the box right now, so I can't really say if it's expensive or cheap in later maps. It's gonna be available for purchase in later maps, but I just don't know how much it would be purchasable in those maps. Although if I could have an indication, it will probably be between like 1,000 to 1,200, or at least that would be the decent amount of money that you would ask for such a gun as this. So I'm pretty sure that's kind of what this is going to be. Anyway, round's over again, so let's see what we will get this time. Alright, Magnum. I'm actually really happy with that, actually, because the Magnum is still pretty good up until round 10. So this was pretty much going to be a one-shot weapon, I guess, unless I shoot the zombies in the foot. But why the heck do I want to do that? Okay. Yeah, okay, so I really shouldn't shoot in the foot with this thing. I guess that is just not going to work, but as long as it's the torso or the head, it's just one shot still. So it's still pretty powerful, still very useful. And that's just how I like my Magnum. Alright, so this was easy enough. Hence why I didn't pick up the nuke a few seconds ago. And, ooh. I don't really know how I should position myself with this, but I do know that playing with this is going to be fun. It's not the most useful thing to use in, especially a map like Nacht der Untoten, but the feel of such a gun. Can't beat that. You just can't. You can't beat that with any sniper. At least in World at War, you can't. It's so good. It's really good. And now I'm going to... Now I'm not going to cheat my way into it. Like, if I can still use the sniper because I have ammo with it, I'm not going to use the pistol or anything like that. That will be cheating. And I'm not a cheater. Even though I cheat a lot in my main series. I'm not going to cheat in challenge mode. Well, it's not really cheating. I'm just... When I'm coming up with a challenge, it's just out of the ordinary, just out of the blue, out of my head. And then when I'm actually trying to execute the challenge, I'm like, yeah, this is just not realistic for this specific map, this specific scenario. So let's actually not do it. But here, I know it's possible, so I want to actually be pretty good with it. And oh boy. Geware 43. Well, I have been defending you in the last couple of videos, so let's hope you are as good as I am defending you. Like, I refuse. Well, actually, wow. It actually still is pretty powerful indeed. I think this is gonna be very helpful still. I think it's not. I still don't think it's gonna be as good as like a Thompson or anything, but this is not as unreliable as many people would think. I can already tell. Like, obviously you shouldn't use this on a final stand strategy because that's not going to happen. But when you're training, this is. It feels like it's good enough for round 10 at least. And that's very weird to say, because round 10 is where you are gonna start to have to go to the big guns. And I was not expecting the Geware to be this good. To be a big enough gun for round 10. And I don't think many people are in that mindset with this thing. Sure, it has to reload a good amount of times because it doesn't have a lot of ammo within, but yeah, I can complete the round with this. No problem. I still had like half the ammo left. That wasn't the worst. Honestly, that was pretty good. This is the gun I died on my practice run. So it's a good thing I'm only getting it now, because now it's round 11. I at least beat my practice run attempt by 3 rounds. But it doesn't mean I'm going to give up when I'm getting this shotgun. I'm just saying that it's going to be a bit more challenging. I just don't like that this thing has to reload every single 2 bullets. It pretty much means, like, as long as you have the bullets, they're gonna be jail out of free cards, because they still are just good enough to actually one-shot most of the zombies, I would say. I just don't know how close they need to get in order for it to be a one-shot, because if you're going for long distance with this, obviously it's a shotgun, so yeah, don't recommend that. Alright. I shouldn't give it obviously, because it's still doing its job. Guess what I really like about a challenge like this? It does make me go out of my comfort zone with what I'm usually using. Because if you're just only using like your comfort zone guns, trench gun by the way, nice, you tend to feel like everything you don't use out of your comfort zone is shit. And right now, this challenge, this mystery box is proving that I'm wrong. At least for some of these. Like, the trench gun is still pretty good. I'm still very satisfied with that Geware, which I really just put next to the M1 Garand, which just feels unfair at this point, because the M1 Garand is certainly not going to be as useful as the Geware just did. I'm telling you right now. Oh boy! Oh god, okay. I guess shotguns are just my weak point. It's just becoming hectic as soon as I get like a shotgun or something. Alright, we've had the bar before, not really too much to talk about that. I'm actually surprised how good I'm still able to maintain this training, despite me opening the help door, because the help door is just not an ideal door to open when you are trying to train around this room. And I'm actually handling it pretty well right now, while I'm also using non-ideal guns. I'm actually getting a good idea of my skills right now. And sawn-off double there. Coronavirus. Sawn-off double barrel shotgun. It's pretty much the same thing with as like the normal double barrel, except this one has a grip according to the name of the freaking gun, but I'm pretty sure it really isn't too much of a difference otherwise. So I'm honestly not sure what the difference is between those two, aside from the grip. If you guys have any idea what's the difference between the double barrel and the sawn-off, please let me know. Round's over. Let's get to the next one. I'm actually doing pretty well, I gotta say. Like, 14 rounds in, going to our 15th, and we're still good on guns. Obviously, I'm going to last stand on this one. Not actually it being the final stand, but for this gun, it's just ideal to actually get myself a camp spot. Browning, I hope it's still going to be good enough for round 15. But it's gotta be weird. If I'm not gonna be able to survive this round with a Browning, whereas a few rounds ago I was able to survive with a freaking shotgun, and or go, holy shit, okay, maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to actually get out of here. Browning is just not going to work. Wow, I am actually getting proven wrong about everything I know about, like, guns and zombies right now. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. I've been able to survive with guns that I just do not normally use, and me believing that something like a Browning is the best thing you can have. And right now, the Browning is letting me down. Are you serious? This is the weirdest experience I have had on zombies in a while. Here, and oh god. Well, I guess that means it's redemption time for the M1 carbine, because I believe when I got it out of the 1 box challenge, I didn't make it this far. So if we are gonna be able to make it this far this time, I guess that's redemption for the low rounds we got on that challenge. So let's hope we will get that. Yeah, the carbine is really not powerful anymore. It's just really not doing anything anymore. Look at this. It's just a pea shooter. It's just a pea shooter at this point. The thing is, I think as soon as I'm gonna have to be rebuying ammo for this, it's gonna be RIP, because that's gonna be very difficult to train around. And I only have like 3 clips left, so we're gonna have to do it with this. Ooh, insta-kill. And 8 bullets left. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Insta-kill. Yes. Okay, that was clutch. That was very clutch. I was not gonna be able to actually complete the round. And another sawn-off shotgun. Okay, fine. I was not gonna be able to complete the round with just that clip if it wasn't for the insta-kill. So I'm very happy with that. Oh boy, boy, get out of here. Get out of here. Oh god. Alright. Holy shit, boys. Oh god. Yo, I was honestly not expecting this challenge to go this good. Round 17, and it looks like by how I've already hoarded these guys along that I'm gonna be able to actually survive another round here. So is the round down? Oh, just one more. Alright. Okay. I mean, as soon as we get something like a Car 98 right now, it's gonna... Are you serious? Okay, well, this is pretty much RIP. This is pretty much going to be a RIP for this challenge. The Springfield is just not going to carry us on this round. Like, that's something I probably jinxed right now, but this thing is already a 2-shot on round 1, and you only have 55 bullets. Good luck getting through this round with this thing on round 18 with 26 zombies. Yeah, I'm just not even going to try. I mean, that was stupid, but yeah, that was just not gonna happen with a Springfield, no matter how you look at it. But round 18 is still pretty good. I'm really satisfied with this playthrough. I hope you guys are just as satisfied with this playthrough as I did. If you did, make sure to drop a thumbs up, subscribe for more, hit the bell notification, and leave down in the comments what challenge I need to do next in the next challenge mode. And as always, I will talk to you guys later.